Today on HandyDadTV, a new era. I'm gonna start spreading with a tow-behind spreader. I'm gonna explain exactly why and tell you what I got and how it works. Coming up. All right, what I have here is the Chapin 8620B. This is, I think, There's always a plane when I need to record something. And arguably, this is the best tow-behind spreader on the market. And I'm gonna give you some reasons why I think that. First of all, lifetime limited warranty. I don't know any others that do that. This has a dual impeller. It has a gearbox that is oiled, so you can actually grease these things. There's grease fittings. It's got really big tires, pneumatic tires. Oil impregnated bronze bearings. So, and then the rate adjustment is on the inside. But the biggest thing is that it's an auto stop dual impeller. Now what that means is if you stop, it stops. Makes sense, right? But a lot of spreaders don't do that. They have some kind of a handle behind you and you have to reach back and, close the gate that opens up and lets the product out. So this is very different than a normal spreader. See this? That's a grease fitting. That's a grease fitting. And that's a grease fitting. And there's this red grease on it that I got on my fingers. I thought I was bleeding already. All right, maybe I'm nitpicking, but my first complaint is that it has no wheels on it yet. And that doesn't come until step 4. So steps 1, 2, and 3, I'm gonna assemble it upside down. That's how a normal person would do it because there's no wheels. But how are the directions written? Right side up. It's crazy. Second nitpick. So in the directions, they refer to things by their part number, like this thing here is referred to as H5. But in the parts list here, it doesn't say H5. It says M6 by 45 millimeter hex bolt. So you have to look here first and then over here to find it. It's just, I don't know. I guess they don't even think about these things, but I do. I assembled that entire thing upside down. One of the complaints I'd read about this spreader is that they say the auger is small, and when there's very little product in the hopper, it doesn't do a good job of emptying it. And some people have been doing 3D printed alternatives and things like that. Well, guess what? They actually include an alternate auger here in the kit itself. And they give you the directions that say install this one or that one, but they don't explain when to use either one. So I don't know what to do. So I think I'm gonna try this one and just save the other one, the original. Let's see how it works. But they give you a chart here for weed and feed instead of just saying fertilizer. Weed and feed or grass seed. I'm just putting down regular fertilizer, but the chart here has a setting of 1 through 11, and it tells you the pounds per 1,000 square feet. This is a biosolids fertilizer called Ocean Grow. It's New Jersey's version of Milorganite. And so I'm gonna be putting a lot of fertilizer on my yard. I got 12 bags of this. And so 45 pounds. The application rate here for established lawns is 15 pounds per 1,000 square feet. So my backyard is 8,000 square feet. So I need to put down a little less than 3 bags. It doesn't go up to 15, it only goes up to 7.5 at 11, wide open, which is okay by me because I want to do a double pass anyway. So I'm gonna see how that works. I'm gonna try it with 11 on the back and see. I should get through, with one pass, I should get through like a bag and a half. Gonna give it a try. All right, that's roughly a bag and a half. Of course, they say not to go too fast, otherwise it could tip over. So I won't. It's nice that it's got this deflector here which in case anything gets thrown towards the tractor, this will block it and it'll fall. So that's good. It'll keep it from making a mess. Now, I initially have it closed completely. I have it on 0. And I'm gonna get it where I want to start, and then I'm gonna put it on 11. Now, they say to do stripes every 8 feet to go back and forth, as well as doing an edge pass. And so I'm assuming when I do my edge pass, I'll stay about 4 feet away from the edge. We'll see. We'll see what it's like. All right, I'm gonna move it into position over here and then open it up, because I don't mind if I get any extra in the garden. It's actually good for the plant, but that's my theory anyway. Now you'll see me get started here in slow motion, and all I can say is it's best to get on the machine and gun it. Go to full speed right away, because I started out a little bit slow, and you can see that the granules here are just hitting the tires, and they're obviously hitting the deflector all over the place. They're going everywhere. You can see them fly. But then once I get up to speed, you can see that the granules do fly out over the tops of the tires. And quite a bit is going, at least it looks like quite a bit is going to the right side, which I guess would be the left side of the tractor, but the right side of the camera here. But I think it's pretty even. It might be a little bit of an illusion, but I don't know. But you can see it's coming out really good, nice and heavy. But I did stop to reposition my my tripod, and it didn't stop coming out. I don't know if it was the vibration of the machine or the fact that the gate was wide open, but in either case, you can see the granules are still coming out, slightly, but they're still coming out. Now here you can see I absolutely went too close to the sidewalk, so on my trim pass, I definitely have to pull back further, because this thing does throw far, and I'll show you more detail in a minute. Doesn't look like it's stopping. So here you can see everything was going fine. I had stopped and checked it, and there was still something in the hopper, but then all of a sudden it was gone. Yep, that was right. I was empty, and there was really no way for me to know that until I stopped the next time. They said wide open was 7.5 pounds per 1,000. Well, guess what? The whole thing is empty in just this little bit. So that's a little aggressive, I think. And now the trouble is it's empty, so I don't really know where I ended up. I don't know where it stopped. So that's one of the other problems with this, is I can't see it. It'd be nice if there was a mirror. I might have to put a mirror here so that I can see how much stuff is left in here, how much product, because you don't want it to go empty, because when it does, you don't know where you are. And you can absolutely see that I went too close to the sidewalk. You can see I got a lot of granules here that I'll have to blow back on, and they're even really over here. So this is a good, 8 feet from the edge. Wow. That really does spread far. And just for reference here, this Toro time cutter has a smart speed control system. I actually have it on the turtle setting, the slowest setting. And when I'm spreading, I have my control arms pushed all the way forward. So that speed seems to be perfect, in my opinion. Okay, at this point, I added more fertilizer to the hopper, and I decided to cut it back to level 6 and do a couple passes and just see how that was coming out relative to setting 11. All right, so this was 2 rows on 6, and I put the other half a bag in here. So I think this is probably better. And I guess when I do my second pass, I just won't go too close to the edges, because that got a really heavy setting. So I think that should be okay. I'm gonna keep it on 6. Let me refill this with another bag, and I'll use it up on the rest of the lawn. All right, so I think I did the first pass on everything, and I don't have that much left. It's gonna go very quickly, so I think I'm gonna lower it, and when I go and do the front, I think I'm gonna probably put it down on, I don't know, what do I have it on now, 6? I think I'm gonna probably put it on 4 and see how it does. But again, I wanna get a double pass. Like you can see, it is not coming out while I'm stopped, which is a good thing. Of course, once I start, you can see all this is just gonna get thrown. But that's the way it is. But for now, I think I'm gonna put it down on like, I don't even know. I don't even know where to put it. I'm gonna put it on 3. 3. All right, let's see how that does for the rest of this. I wanna get a second pass with this, so we'll see. All right, I think I did my complete second pass, and I still have a little bit left. So obviously, 3 is not much. Maybe that would be a normal application rate. I don't know. But this is I'm just gonna keep riding around until it's gone. At this point, you're probably saying to yourself, Chris, why are you using a tow-behind spreader? This is not that big of a lawn. And you're right, I do have a push spreader that I could use in the back. But the front is much bigger, and that's really gonna be a test for this spreader. All right, this time is completely gone. So that worked out well, I think, anyway. At least I know I put 3 bags on the back. I don't know how even it is, but Ocean Grow is not that critical, and it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna burn the lawn in any way, and it's cheap. It's $8 a bag. So for $24, I just fertilized my backyard here. I just did my side yard, which is about 5,000 square feet, and I put a full bag in, and this is set at 5, and I got some left, so I'm gonna make a second pass, and I think that's okay. Now a full bag is technically 3,000 square feet, technically, so I'm gonna put it down a little bit light with just 1 bag, but that's all right. All right, that ran out at some point during that second pass, but that's fine. I actually did 3 passes, so I just wanted to make sure it was gone. So 1 bag on this area. The tough part is going to be the main lawn. This is like 25,000 square feet. And that's the tough part, because I can't do it with 1 fill. I'm gonna have to just keep coming back to the driveway and filling it up. I think a 5 or maybe even a 6 I could go. Let's see how it goes. Now, one thing I noticed watching this clip back is when the sun is behind me, I can actually see the shadow of how much product is in the hopper. I don't know, it says it holds 150 pounds of product. I couldn't even put 2 full bags in here. I would be too afraid that it was gonna tip over and just hit a bump and the thing would just fly off, so I'm not putting 2 in. Now with the camera attached to the tractor, the back of the tractor, you can get a wider view here, and you can actually see the granules are getting everywhere. They're flying all over the place, so it really is randomly scattering them. I think they're hitting the deflector and just bouncing off, but like I said, getting everywhere. They were even on me, so that deflector might help, but it certainly didn't stop them from flying everywhere. Ooh. That's pretty good. You could see the impeller. Good judgment. All right, this is like the biggest stripes that I've got in this direction anyway. So let me get another bag. All right, I got the whole lawn done once, to the best of my knowledge. I don't know how even it is, but I think it's pretty good. And I've got 1 bag here and 2 more bags in the truck. So 3 bags left to spread in my second application, my second coat. So I would say for next year, I would try 5 instead of 6. And for now, I'm gonna go down to 3 again and get rid of the rest. On 3, all right? All right, so let me give you my final thoughts on this Chapin Tow-Behind Spreader. I think it did a great job. It's obviously not calibrated correctly because they said 7.5 pounds per 1,000 is what comes out on setting 11, and there ain't no way that's right. So when I go to put Ocean Grow down, I'm gonna do it with a 6, and that should give me the ability to do a double pass. I'm gonna have to, with normal fertilizer doesn't go down as heavy, I'm gonna have to really do it the same thing again, calibrate it in a known area, a known space with a known amount of fertilizer, and just make sure, start low and just keep going around until you get rid of it. I neglected to mention that the kit comes with the rain hood, or whatever you want to call it, the rain cover, which is cool. I guess if you're using it in the winter for salt or something like that, you could use the cover to keep snow off of it. So in conclusion, I really like this spreader. I went inside afterwards and I spoke to my wife and I said, you know, for the first time ever being a homeowner, I have enjoyed spreading fertilizer. Usually it's a bear. It's the most strenuous thing. You're taking 50 pounds in this cart that you're walking around your lawn with, and it's the most strenuous part of lawn care. So anything you can do to make that a little bit easier for you as you age, or if you have a large yard, that's what this is for. So, because I have a large yard and I'm aging, so I think it's a really good product and I highly recommend it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave me a comment down below, and please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDad.tv for more great ideas and information.